Hi, my name is Jeremy Page. I've been in the HVAC industry now for a little over 11 years. We're here today to review the proper installation and sealing of flexible ducts. Flexible ducts are used a great deal in residential and light commercial applications and require the use of a tape that is both listed and labeled under the UL 181B-FX code requirement. Polyken has several products that meet the 181B-FX code requirements. Among them are the 367-17 foil mastic, the 339 foil tape, the 557 duct tape, as well as the 555 flex fix. The most important thing to look for is the UL logo on the label, as well as the 181B FX text on the tape and the label itself. The UL logo, as well as the 181B FX text, is located on the tape so that both you and the inspector can tell clearly that the right tape was used on the job. We have here a standard flex duct, as well as a standard boot with a collar. Now the first step that we want to do is to peel back the insulation and the vapor barrier to expose the inner liner of the duct. We want to get it back about a good 6 or 8 inches to give us plenty of room to work with. Now the next thing that we need to do is to pull the flex duct up onto the collar of the boot. And we want to make sure that we get at least 3 good rounds of the wire that's contained within the flex liner to make sure that we get a good seal off. Once we get it up there to the bead where we need it to be, we'll take our Polyken 557 duct tape and we'll go around the liner about halfway on the liner and halfway on the metal part of the collar itself to ensure that we get a good tight seal. And we'll have to go around it at least 2 full times to meet code requirements and ensure a proper seal. You want to ensure that you rub the tape in good and get a good seal between the adhesive and the material that you're sealing it down to. Okay, once we have everything sealed up with the Polyken 557 tape, we want to use a mechanical fastener. We like to use the panduit straps, which are nothing more than a large nylon tie, to go around the duct just over the tape, right along the bead of the collar. You want to make sure that you do not get that strap off the collar, because if you do, it'll choke down your flex right there. So make sure that you stay up on the collar, snug it down. Then we use a panduit gun to do our final tightening. And what that does is it just snugs it down as tight as can be, and then this lever actually cuts it off clean and removes the excess. Now the next step in the process is to pull the vapor barrier and the insulation up over the boot and ensure that it covers onto the insulation of the boot itself. Now we like to seal that with the 555 flex fix, also by Polyken. For this, typically I'll take a couple of shorter pieces, take down my long sides, smooth it down, rub it in really good to ensure a quality seal. Flip that over. Do the other side. Same thing, same direction. Rub it in. And then use a smaller piece on my edges just to make sure that everything is well covered. Okay, now that we've got this all sealed up, we want to put another wrap of tape around it, just for good measure and to meet the code requirements. Once again, rub it in well to make sure that there's good adhesion. Now that we're all sealed up, we want to take a mechanical fastener, again another Panduit, going around the insulation and the vapor barrier. Ensure that we are up on the collar so that we don't crush the inner liner of the flex. Take our Panduit gun, tighten that down again, snip it off. Here we have a properly sealed flexible duct connection. First, on the inner liner, pulled it up on there, we use the Polyken 557 duct tape to seal against air leakage. Next, we pull our vapor barrier and insulation up over to meet our insulation on our boot, and we use the Polyken 555 Flex Fix to seal that vapor barrier and ensure that everything was airtight. If you have any questions about flexible duct connections or Polyken tapes, feel free to contact Polyken Tape, and thank you for watching.